Today we are going to show you how to post grades using Q. Once you are logged in and you have inputted all of your grades, go to Calculate Postmarks. Then you're going to click on Postmarks on the left-hand side. Once you click on Postmarks, it becomes grayed out. That's how we know we are in the right section. We are going to choose the term to post to. For our purpose today, we're going to use trimester 1. Then we are going to choose our mark type. We have to select the mark type which we are creating, and that is a standards-based report card. It is essential for this purpose that you choose standards. When this window opens, you will click on Postmarks on the top right-hand side of the page. You have now successfully posted your grades in the Marks module. Now we are going to go over to the Marks module before we post our report cards. We are going to go over to the menu, go down to Marks, and we're going to choose Class Marks. Once we are in the Marks module, we have to choose the term which we are going to view. Today we are going to choose Trimester 1. You will then see your roster of students along with the grade level. The first column that we see is the domain for reading literature and informational text. One easy way to identify the domain is that they do not have any numbers in the heading after the abbreviation. This is the domain that is going to receive a standards mark. After the domain, we see the standards listed along with the marks for each of them. The standards that are listed will be averaged to create a domain grade. Just a side note, you will more than likely have blank columns if you did not teach a particular standard during the current trimester. I can scroll past the RL and RI domain to see the RF or Reading Foundationals domain. The RF standard listed after will comprise the marks in the RF category. I can autofill by choosing the drop-down arrow and which mark I would like to give the students. I can also alter a mark in any of the domains by clicking on the column and choosing the mark I would like to give the student. This same theory applies to the remaining domains for my report card. If I continue to scroll past all of the math domains, I will see my other subjects, such as ELD, Social Studies, Science, PE, and Art. Beginning with PE and continuing on, these categories are going to receive effort marks. ELD, Social Studies, and Science are still going to be receiving the marks 1 through 4. Again, I can autofill effort marks by choosing my drop-down arrow. I can again alter any of these boxes by clicking on the box and choosing what I would like to put in. All of the remaining columns should be filled in with effort marks. You can enter scores right on this spreadsheet. If I scroll past the behaviors and work habits, I see 2 columns: academic and effort. These columns can be left blank. They will not show up on the report card. Then I can enter my comments. These will be printed at the end of the report card instead of by each subject. There is a list which is the same as last year that I can choose. These comments are translated into the language on the home language survey. Finally, you can type in notes that will print after the comments on the report card. Please know that there is spell check for this section. And note, it is not translated into the home language. During any time in the Marks module, I can click on this blue question mark to view the grade level standards for my class. They are printed by domain, and I can scroll through to view what abbreviation matches each of these standards. If I'd like, I can also print out this list by clicking on the printer icon on the top right-hand corner. The last feature that I have is right here where it says Show. It is currently set to show all components of the report card. By clicking on the word All, I can filter out some of the domains. If I have checked all of my domains and am ready to type my comments, rather than scrolling through all of my standards and domains and strands, I can eliminate them just to view my comments. So I have filtered and I have my roster along with my comment section that I can work on. By clicking on Comments, I can go back to the view that I originally looked at when I am finished. So once I have double-checked all of the grades for my domains and have entered my comments and notes, my report cards are ready to be completed. Remember that I can alter any of my domain grades by simply clicking in the column next to the student's name and changing any of the marks that my students are receiving. I can also view the marks legend at any time by clicking on Show Legend. In the marks legend, I will be able to view the academic marks as well as the effort marks and the vocabulary that is used for each of these. I can also print this legend by choosing the printer icon in the top right-hand corner. Once I have finished double-checking my grades and entering my comments and notes, I am ready to submit my report cards. I would click on the Submit button and then notify my administrator that my report cards are ready to be printed.